Crossing Streamz number 12.
Number 12.
There it is.
There it is. That's the live studio audience we got.
Yeah, where's the audience? Because there's nobody here. Can't we hire them? They've been pre-recorded.
That's right.
Funny jokes and laughter will be dubbed in later.
Yep, they sure will. Or done now.
Anyways, Sean here, as you can see right there. Anthony, right there.
Anthony here. I did have my lower third up, but I don't know what happened to it. It disappeared. So
I don't know.
I'm working on it right now. But I'm here. Anthony's here.
There you are. I'm pointing at the screen. It's only funny to us.
It is. It's only funny to us. We've come to the conclusion that this show is funny to us, if not to anyone else.
If you're us, it's funny. If nobody else, it's not funny. That's what you just said.
That is what I just said. Yeah. So episode 12, man, we're moving right along. We had a little speed bump this week.
Oh, geez, let me tell you about my speed bump.
Oh, do tell.
Do tell. And I actually purposely didn't tell you about this until, well, I didn't tell you about this. So, this is the low-tech version, by the way. I'm wearing my USB headphones with mic. I don't have my my Yeti, because I'm in beautiful downtown Newark, New Jersey,
Nice.
the pinnacle of New Jersey, if you will. I'm in this beautiful, freshly renovated hotel room. This hotel room is the nicest thing about this hotel. By the way, this show is sponsored by the Hampton Inn.
The Hampton Inn. Send us a check.
They're providing my free broadband internet tonight.
Woohoo! Make sure you check under the bed for dead hookers.
I don't think there's any of those. The bed's flat, so that would either mean that there's none under there, or they've been under there for way too long.
Yeah, but
so
you wouldn't really be able to tell because the smell of Jersey would mask that smell.
Oh, dude, I'm on the waterfront. I don't know what you're talking about.
You should stick your head out the window and take a big whiff. You may just turn into the Toxic Avenger.
I should stick my head out the window and make sure my feet follow. Because I'm in Newark.
Well, you don't want to fall in that water.
No, man, I'll be burned alive. It's like the fires of hell at the end of T2.
Great movie.
So, absolutely, never goes out of style. I will watch it every time it's on, by the way.
I would.
I do. And I did that with Men in Black the other night till 1 in the morning.
Men
in Black 2.
All right, let's
Men
go.
in Black 2. Anyways, so, again, anyway, so I'll tell you about my speed bump. So I'm in Newark for work. I was here since yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So I was supposed to leave Thursday morning from Charlotte, catch a 5:45 a.m. flight. 5:45, you say? Well, you didn't say it.
Oh,
again,
sorry. I thought you said it.
Again, this show's only funny to us. So I'm at the airport. I go to check in. Now it's 4:55 in the morning, and to my understanding, you're supposed to check in at least an hour before. So I go to the little computer to check in, and it says there's a problem with your flight. You need to see an attendant. So I'm thinking, okay, it's under that hour. I got to talk to a lady to have her push me through or whatever, because you know it's a lady. It's always a lady at the airport. It's sexist. So I talk to her. I say I need to check in for my flight going to Newark at 5:45 a.m. She said, "Oh, your flight's been canceled."
Ooh,
and I said,
not delayed.
"Oh, that's not good because I have an 8 a.m. meeting." So she gives me a standby seat for the 7:55 flight and a guaranteed seat at the 9:55 flight. So I'm hoping that I can schmooze the whoever is working at the attendant desk at the concourse. So I go. So I sit around for about 2.5 hours with 10 other people who I know are not on this flight. Because why would you be at the airport at 5 a.m. if you weren't going to get on a flight that early?
Right.
So I go and I hang out. I don't talk to anybody, and I actually watch the first half of this movie, Highlander, 1986, Christopher Lambert. Anyway, so I watched the first half of the movie, and I'm thinking, okay, so the attendant's there. I'm gonna put my stuff away and go talk to the person. I ask, how full is this flight? Do you think I could get on? And she says, well, I don't know. We'll have to see once everybody gets here.
What?
Okay. So I go sit down, and then about 10 minutes later, they make an announcement. The flight to Newark at 7:55 has been overbooked. We're giving out vouchers for people who want to take the next flight. I'm like, oh, oh no. So needless to say that I did not pick up watching the movie after that because I couldn't concentrate because, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I've been at the airport since 5 a.m. and I got to wait till 10 to get on my plane. So
Oh,
in true
God.
fashion, I finished watching it 15 minutes ago.
Damn, that sounds like it sucks really bad.
Well, what can you do? I'm here. I'm leaving in the morning at a bright and early 6 a.m. is when my flight leaves, and I hope that it doesn't get canceled again.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, you're
Hopefully
telling
not.
me.
But thank you for the story. I appreciate that.
Yeah. See, it had something to do with the show. It wasn't me venting, because I'm over-venting.
You are over-venting. You're right.
Shut up. Shut up.
How's that Sprite? Pretty good? All right, good.
Sprite remix.
Sprite remix. So
I'm not gonna tell that story.
yeah, let's not tell that story. I would like to hear about Joey Flapjacks again, but not now. We'll save that for another time. So this show, Crossing Streamz, is sponsored by Sabine. Sabine is a great. If you're looking visual, you know, if you're watching the show, I've got a couple of Sabines here that we're actually giving away. It connects to your iPad. It gives you when you use your iPad and when you're watching a movie or listening to music, and you don't get that great sound, but when you cup it with your hand, you kind of get a little better sound quality. You're able to take these and put them right over your iPad, and it actually sticks to it. It has micro suction cups. You can't see it here, but it has micro suction cups, and it sticks right to your iPad. Doesn't leave any residue or anything like that. And actually, because it's made out of aluminum, it gives you a better sound out of your iPad. So we actually have a contest going on right now. The instructions are on Google Plus, on Twitter, on Facebook. It's real easy. All you gotta do is comment +1, like us, like the page, whatever you want to do. Some type of contact to let us know that you're alive and listening, and you'll be entered. And the contest ends April 15th, and we may have another one after that. So
should we use? And this is in true fashion. We probably should have figured this out ahead of time. Is there a hashtag that we should use?
I don't know. Win a Sabine? I don't know. Get a Sabine.
How about we just use
Sabine contest?
hashtag GFY? No, wait. That was something else.
No, that was something else.
Oh, yeah.
That was some pre-show business.
Yeah. Never mind. This conversation never happened.
Yeah, there we
Anyways,
go. So, what movie are we doing today? I know you mentioned it earlier.
We are what about that other thing? Are we talking about that yet?
Not yet. We'll talk about it later.
Cool. So this week we did Highlander.
Highlander!
Again, and they said about 1,000 times, there can only be one, or there can only be one, or there can only be one.
I thought it was there can be only one.
Shut up.
Whatever it was. Well, I watched it on Amazon. You watched it on Netflix. So since I'm reading this, I'm going to read it from Amazon.
There can be only one. You're absolutely right.
All right. Christopher Lambert and Sean Connery, where'd my car keys, star in the epic tale of immortality that launched one of the most beloved action-adventure series in film and TV history. After Scottish Klansman Connor MacLeod, Lambert discovers his true identity as a member of a legion of immortals. He embarks on a legendary journey. You're
the man now, dog.
There can be only one, even though we made 7 seasons of Highlander.
Well, 7 seasons and 3 movies.
3 movies. There can be only one.
So this movie had, as you said, Christopher Lambert, Lord Raiden,
Lord Raiden,
and a bunch of other stuff. And as Connor McLeod, Russell Nash, the guy who, well, spoiler alert, the guy that wins at the end. Uh, Roxanne Hart played Brenda. Was she now? Was she a police detective, or was she did she work at the museum? Because it was very vague.
She worked with the police department, but she was also, I think she worked as maybe like a forensics or something like that. At first, I thought she was a reporter. Then I guess she wrote books that have to do with antique weaponry or something like that. I don't know. It was kind of vague to me too. It wasn't really set in stone to me.
It wasn't a major plot
or maybe she worked alongside the police department as an expert,
like Sherlock Holmes does in Elementary, or as a consultant.
Maybe it was right. Maybe it was something like that, like Monk.
Yeah, you did get to see her boobies.
What's that?
You did get to see her boobies.
Did you?
Yeah, there was a sex scene. It wasn't. It was about as long as the one in Days of Thunder, but there were 100% more boobies. Actually, I'm sorry, 200% more boobies.
Was it more boobies than Octagon?
Probably about 10 seconds less.
but just as much.
There was lots of groping by Christopher Lambert though.
Damn it! I think I have to watch it again.
Yeah,
I don't even remember them having sex. What the hell, dude?
It happened toward the end when. Anyways, Clancy Brown was the Victor Kruger, the Krugen, the bad guy, Mr. Krabs himself.
Clancy Brown is awesome.
He's Mr. Krabs. He's like the voiceover guy. You could pick him out of anything. He was one of the main bad guys in Shawshank, the greatest movie ever made.
Yeah, and the shortest movie? No, not really, huh?
And the what? Yeah, the shortest movie, yeah. He's Mr. Krabs in SpongeBob, which I just find hilarious.
I never knew he was Mr. Krabs.
You didn't know that?
I did not know that. He does a lot of voiceover work, though.
Oh, yeah. He's also the guy that does "Are you ready, kids?" at the beginning.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he sings that whole theme song. So
he's the pirate?
Yeah. No, he's not the pirate. He just does the voice of the pirate when he sings. Wimpy the pirate. He also does in the Spectacular Spider-Man cartoon series, which was on like 2 or 3 years ago. For 2 seasons, he was Matt Gargan, the Scorpion, and I think the Rhino. But the dude does like every single TV show that requires a voiceover of a badass.
Oh, he's done plenty of like video games.
Oh yeah, TV shows, like cartoons.
Just cartoons, yeah.
He probably doesn't make much money though. I mean, his tax return is probably really easy.
He does.
Probably does uses TurboTax. Probably uses TurboTax.
No, I think he does a lot of it though. That's the thing.
Oh yeah.
Like look at if you go through his IMDb, there's a bunch of stuff, but look at the year. If you look at the year, like he has a bunch of stuff in 1 year.
You got to page
bunch
down
of stuff in another year.
You got to page down 100 times to get to last year.
Yeah, exactly. So he's getting work.
He
was in Saints Row, dude.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, the video game. You know who else was in Saints Row? Was Mike Rappaport.
Oh,
the guy
God, I can't stand him. He's the same character in every movie.
Yeah, pretty much. What is he? The pissed off Jewish guy?
Yeah, he's a crybaby. He's always a whiner.
Hey, you want to hear? So Christopher Lambert played Raiden in the Mortal Kombat movie, the first movie. Clancy Brown provided the voice in Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm, the TV show.
Oh, Mortal Kombat Connection.
Oh.
Mortal Connection.
Same character. Anyway, so and you know what? His IMDb picture, he looks like an old Chad Kruger from Nickelback.
I don't know. Oh, never mind. I know who you're talking about.
and
he looks weird. He looks like a piano player. Doesn't he?
And in the movie, Connor McLeod mentions Mozart. He played piano, right?
Yeah.
He played the electric guitar.
Yeah, he did. Oh, you know what? He was in Starship Troopers too. Clancy Brown.
Yeah. I don't know why. Oh, it's because it
Yeah,
pays. It has the paycheck.
yeah. I love Starship Troopers. I love that movie. I watch it anytime it comes on.
That was the first movie I tried to watch on Netflix when I first signed up. I never made it through the whole thing.
Oh man, it's great. It's a great movie.
Anyway, enough about him.
Anywho,
So then Sean Connery as give me the appropriate Spanish pronunciation here, right there.
oh, for his name, let's
Yeah.
see. Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez. That's my
And the
Sábado
irony,
Gigante voice.
excepcional.
Hoy en Sábado Gigante, Juan Sánchez Villalobos Ramirez. Is that good?
Oh, I love that was. Hey man, you know it better than I do. I'm just a white guy from Brooklyn.
You would never know if I got it right or not, so it's good.
You could call me like a piece of crap and I wouldn't know it.
Damn it, I did. All right.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. So, hold on. What Sean Connery? Okay, Sir Sean Connery. You don't need to say anything else about him. I love though his name. How authentic is his name? Is it authentic to Spanish and Spain and place and stuff?
Yeah, it's authentic.
He talks with a Scottish accent, and
Yes,
he
he
says
does.
in the movie that he's from. He says in the movie that he's from Egypt.
Yeah, but the thing is, if Lambert, whatever the hell his first name is, he actually worked with a linguist to have his voice sound like, to have his accent sound like anywhere, like like kind of like mixed, a mashup of accents.
Yeah.
So
well,
I mean, maybe that's what you could kind of explain that away with Sean Connery too.
well, yes, but and thinking about it now, he said he's 2,500 years old. So who knew who controlled Egypt at the time in 600 BC?
Yeah, and who
Yeah.
knows how long he was in Scotland too.
That's true.
I mean, you tend to pick up different accents. I mean, I'm from New York and I don't sound like that anymore.
Yeah.
So sometimes I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you sound like you're from Amish. So
yeah, I'm a white guy from Brooklyn. That's all.
that's
Can you
it.
tell? oh wait, that's Mike Rappaport.
So in the beginning of the movie, you see the studio canal. Did you see that, the opening?
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of looked very recent, and I'm like, what the hell? This can't be right. And right after that, the old school Canon opening comes up. Like, oh, here we go. Here goes the '80s. Now it can begin. So I guess maybe it was a redone version.
Maybe
By, studio canal.
the collector's edition,
Right.
streaming on Amazon. So when the movie first started, this is what I thought. I said to myself, and I even wrote it down, this movie is long, at an hour and 56,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm at the airport at 5:39 a.m. is when I started watching this movie. So the opening credits, like you mentioned,
You probably knew at that moment you're not going to make it through.
I was hoping I would, because then I wouldn't have had to, screw around later with it. So,
Right.
like you mentioned, the opening credits, the opening theme, totally 80s, and then music by Queen. I'm like, oh, I like Queen, but I don't like when rock stars
Oh God.
do movies. That's what movie was it? Not The Quick and the Dead. Young Guns 2 with Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi, yeah.
Yeah.
The only time that works is when it's Spinal Tap.
Oh, because they wrote that was an awesome movie. So, did you recognize the wrestlers in the opening scene?
No, I did not.
Man. They're the
I didn't even really
Freebirds.
pay attention. Oh, were they?
The Freebirds, man.
I don't even know who that is.
Have you ever been to a wrestling match? For a wrestling event?
You know what? I have, but it was like one of those crazy, like high school, like when they come to high schools and wrestle.
Those are pretty bad.
They're really bad. They are really bad. Um, yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like the intro music was just like classic '80s like rock. Didn't they have a rock band there? No. They didn't have a rock band. I'm thinking about the wrestlers because the wrestlers had rock hair. But
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
but the music, dude. Oh my God, it's like somebody threw up the '80s and it landed on Highlander.
Yeah, it was. The music was pretty bad. What'd you think about the bouncing back and forth? Like with for example, in the opening scene,
Oh,
he's sitting up in the stands, and then he has this Braveheart flashback, and
mhm.
then he, which by the way, when they were at the wrestling thing, did you hear the dude in the background that sounded like Arnold? He's
No,
like,
I didn't.
yeah, yeah, get him, yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
It was bad. He just sounded like it. It was awful. And
Or,
then,
or, or maybe I did, but I watched the movie on Monday, where you watched the movie 15 minutes ago.
shh, don't tell
So everything
anybody.
is fresh. Everything is fresh for you.
No, I watched that yesterday almost 36, more than 36 hours ago. I just wrote it down.
um, by the way, how would you feel if you were sitting next to him at a wrestling match and everybody's having a good time, and he's sitting there with that the way I described it, I wrote this note. I put, he looks like a murderer, and I would imagine that's how a terrorist looks right before they're about to F shit up.
You know what he was doing? He was
'Cause
mean mugging.
that's what he looked. He was, but he looked like he had a trench coat on. He looked like he
Uh-huh.
was ready to blow something up
He had a trench coat with jeans on and a pair of white Reeboks.
with a little light shining on him.
Yeah,
Ever
spotlight.
so light, yeah.
How about
Yeah,
the,
he had a great pair of Pumas on though, didn't he?
were they Pumas? They were some. They were like court classics he got at Costco.
They were something special. Where
They
yeah,
were.
but at that time they were nice Pumas, I guess.
Yeah, they didn't have shoe technology like now where they make them look good.
Yeah, exactly. They just looked like crap.
So, how about the fight, the first showdown in the parking lot? First of all, I saw this guy. I'm like, okay, why is this limo driver calling him out? Because he had the aviators on and he had the suit
Uh-huh.
on, and he
Uh-huh.
he looked like he needed a sign that said Highlander on it or Lambert or
Lamberger.
Lambert. And then
What? I don't even remember this part. What the heck?
it was the first scene right after he leaves. He gets like drawn to the parking lot,
Yeah, he went to the parking lot.
and then he
Was
fights
that
this
was
guy.
that was that the guy he was fighting?
Yeah, it was like the first
Oh, okay,
fight scene,
okay.
and it was about 30 seconds long. It had no setup. It had no there was no story to the fight. You know how like
Uh-huh.
there's like the struggle, the back and forth. I mean, it was just the
Right.
initial one. It's like this guy obviously, no matter how long he lived, he did not pick up any skills when it came to sword fighting, and
It did not. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, why? Well, he did pick up some skills in gymnastics though, because he did do about 30 backflips.
What was the deal with that?
I don't know. It's like he would do 30 backflips, and then the way they edited he would do 30 backflips, and then they would show them both fighting again,
Like he
like right up
backflipped right
up
in.
on each other. Yeah, like right up on each other again. Like what? Wasn't he just backflipping all the way down the parking lot?
You
And it
know,
was the
kind of.
worst fight. It was the worst fight, man. You would think, just like you said, they've been around for this long. They're both wielding samurai swords. You would think they would have some type of skill, but they don't, and they're slow as molasses. And you don't
Well,
understand what's happening. Like I would be able to dodge these blows from the swords.
you know what was more entertaining was Popeye when he got his butt kicked by Brutus last week, and he did that he did like that somersault where he like
Yeah,
his feet
yeah.
were connected to his toes, or well
Yep.
they are always.
Oh yeah.
His,
He looked like a hula hoop.
yeah, that was more entertaining than
That
this.
was, and the sword fight was more entertaining too.
Yeah. So anyway, bitch gets his head cut off.
Oh yeah, he does. He gets it cut right off.
So
What about the Well, I don't know if you caught this, but the shameless product placement with the Coke can getting squashed.
Oh yeah,
Remember that?
that wasn't as bad as Iron.
Now, in my mind, I was thinking two things. Was that Pepsi that paid for that, showing Coke getting squashed, or did Coke actually put that in there? You never know.
I don't. Well, probably ask Christopher Lambert.
Yeah, right. Do you remember the part when he flipped off the car?
He flipped off
They
the
were
car.
they were in the middle of the fight.
Oh yeah.
And he flipped off the car. And I'm like, why did he even flip off the car? He could have just went right off of it.
That first fight scene didn't make much sense. It was just piss. It was like the pro wrestlers could have did a better job in choreographing their fight than these guys did with practicing it for how long.
And let's not forget when he cut the guy's head off, his sword went through concrete.
Oh yeah, well that sword was folded over. We find out later it was folded over 200 times, and that wasn't done. It's a 2,500-year-old sword. It's sharp as shit.
Do you think that it will be able to go through concrete though? Is what I'm saying.
I don't know. Probably not. I'm not a sword guy. I'm not a metal.
Also, this is the '80s. Pull out a Uzi. F the sword.
Well, they did later, and you saw what it got him.
What it got who?
The dude shot Clancy Brown up with an MP9, and then he got a sword in the belly for it. He got picked up and thrown.
Yeah, but the thing is, it still slows him down a little bit.
Yeah, it knocks him over. Yeah.
So shoot him with something, like shoot him with a shotgun, and then cut his head off.
Now, I wonder if you would shoot him in the head, like in T2, where you shot him with the rocket launcher, and his whole body split. I wonder I wonder if that would count as, if you shoot their head off, or do you actually have to sever the spine at a certain point from the neck from the shoulders, or can you just I don't know. If you wouldn't even get that, you shoot him in the face with something. It's like a timed explosive or something. I don't know. We're dissecting this way too much.
Yeah, I think we're reading way too much into it.
Yeah. The Highlanders aren't real, but leprechauns are. So
that's right. Also, this seemed like a pretty popular wrestling match. Would you say it was like on the level of like a WWE whatever? Because it was pretty packed in there, right?
It was the Freebirds, man.
Yeah, so it's pretty packed in there, right?
Well, it was at Madison Square Garden. What isn't packed at Madison Square Garden?
Exactly. Now, you're at Madison Square Garden, right? There's a huge wrestling match going on. Why is the parking lot empty? There's no way that no one was in that parking lot.
That parking lot was small, too.
It was small.
Everybody must have carpooled.
For it to be the Garden, it was pretty small.
That was like parking lot Z. That's like way the F out there. That's like in Long Island where that parking lot is.
Why do I have sword practicing here? I think he was sword practicing in his house, right?
Well, Mr. Ramirez, through the course of time, we kind of learn a whole bunch of stuff. But eventually, Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez from Egypt, who works for the King of Spain, shows up, and they basically work on their sword play.
Right.
Before that, though, when Kruger, whatever his name is, Clancy, what'd you think of him assembling his sword from all those different pieces?
That was actually pretty cool.
That was like I would liken that scene to the scene in Pulp Fiction where John Travolta's cooking the heroin.
Okay.
No, just the way it was shot, the cinematography, because there's hardly any sound, there's no vocals, and it's just like him and his instrument. In this case, it's a sword. In Pulp Fiction, it's the spoon and everything else. But just the way it was shot was really smooth.
I likened it more to like any movie that has like a sniper and they're putting their rifle together.
But
getting prepared.
Yeah, like what was that James Bond movie? Was it Skyfall? Was it Skyfall? It might have been
No.
Skyfall. No, it might have been the one before that. But same idea, where he's sneaking through Shanghai. Anyway,
Hmm.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I think
Yeah,
I think that's what I put sword practicing for,
yeah.
because he started sword practicing right there, and it was the worst.
Oh, dude, he was bad.
It was really bad. He did have one moment where he was twirling it around, but that was about it. But everything else, he was slow. Ugh, and he had a big ass sword too. That's
Yeah,
what
I
she
think
said.
I was like, you know what I thought during that was, you got one big Cloud Strife size sword, Cloud
Hmm.
Strife from Final Fantasy VII.
Yep.
Why not have, and here's another Mortal Kombat reference, why not have two smaller, slightly smaller, but equally
Hmm.
as deadly broadswords like Quan Chi had from Mortal Kombat Deadly
Hmm.
Alliance?
You can use them both.
Hmm.
I guess you could only chop somebody's head off with one sword, not
So
two.
with swords, there can be only one? Question mark.
There can be only one. Um. Oh, you know what I got here? Take off that damn jacket. Can you guess what I'm talking about?
You talking about Mr. Ramirez with his puffy
No,
jacket?
I'm talking about Lambert with that raincoat jacket.
Yeah, what was the deal
He
with that?
he wore it everywhere. That was the good thing about the jacket. He could wear it everywhere because
Yeah.
he wore it to the match. He wore it with jeans. He
Hmm.
wore it when he was going out to dinner with homegirl, and he
Find
had
out.
on. Yeah, he had on like nice slacks or whatever. He had the jacket on. When he showed up with the jacket, I was like, "Come on, take the jacket off." But I guess it came in handy with the sword, right?
Yeah, well, and with hiding well, which he never really pulled it out, but the flash with the other dude, with his
Mm.
homeboy, toward the end
Oh
of the
yeah,
movie. Homeboy pulled out
yeah,
like a 4 foot flask. It was like
yeah. He
this
did.
big. He's like, you've heard of a fifth. I got two of them in here.
Well, when you've been drinking for 1,000 years, you kind of gotta go crazy with it.
You got a
I mean,
tolerance, man.
yeah, I would think that they can't really get drunk, right? If they're immortal, it's kind
Oh,
of like
no.
it's kind
Well,
of like
no.
like Wolverine. Like he
Well, no.
can't get drunk because his brain cells would don't die. They just keep
Well, they
healing themselves.
regenerate.
Yeah.
But no, they did show a scene where the last party that Connor had thrown, where it was, he said it was 18 or 1783,
Hmm.
where he got into a sword duel with this other dude who fenced him a couple times, and he said he was loaded.
Oh, that was when he was doing the Russian roulette, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that it? Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and he was loaded. The guy just kept stabbing him, and he just kept laughing,
Yeah.
pretty much. Although I did notice, and I did like the fact that even though they're immortal, you know, they feel pain, and
Right. Right.
you know, it hurts to, it hurts to get a hangnail, and it hurts to get shot in the
Yeah.
face, in the stomach, or in the chest, or wherever. So, I mean, it makes them appear mortal. They bleed, but they just don't die unless you cut their head off.
Right.
You know, OJ would be like the Highlander.
There's only one OJ.
I
So
love.
so you so you see. Go ahead, man.
No, I was just kind of rambling. I love
Oh,
the redneck dude that finds him in his Firebird. He pulls out an MP9.
see, I don't remember that part either. I
He's the
feel
guy
like I
that got.
watched it a year ago.
He's the guy that shot him up in the alley after he killed the black guy. And then,
Oh, wow, you're going way far. You're like
yeah,
jumping, aren't you?
well, a little bit.
Okay,
Where
a
am I at here?
lot bit.
So sorry, yeah. Oh, I called
You
before we found out what Krugen's name was. I called him Scars McGee in my notes.
scars McGillicuddy.
Yeah, literally. Anyway, let me
Well,
back up here a little bit.
well, remember when they first fought um Mr. Krabs and Raiden
Yes.
when they first fought and the girl was there,
Hmm.
right?
No,
And
that
that
wasn't
wasn't
when. What part of the movie are you talking about? Like back in the day, or are you talking like present day?
no present day.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, and they were fighting in a back alley or whatever,
Hmm.
and then um they ran away, and the girl followed them. And I was thinking, like, why did she do that? She's so damn nosy. She could get killed. Like he just saved your life, and now you're like following him and like screaming, "Ah! Get out of here!"
Yeah, she was definitely a white '80s chick.
Yeah, that's true.
At least she didn't run up the stairs.
So let me tell you what I was disappointed about. Okay, first of all, damn, that's a nice apartment that he had.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, especially the battle weapons wing.
Oh yeah, that was great. But that was a great apartment. Now let me tell you why I was disappointed. In my notes, I put, "Damn, that's a nice apartment, but that fish tank is not gonna make it." Because I just saw them, because I had never seen this movie before, so I just saw a fight happening right there, and somebody was gonna throw someone into the fish tank, and I was really disappointed about that.
Yeah, missed opportunity.
Yeah, I thought that's why they had it there. It was too big for it not to go down. And why was it so dark in this movie? He had every light off all the time.
You know, I don't know. Maybe it was just the '80s and the up conversion from VHS to DVD or film to digital.
You know, I did like what they did with Rachel, his assistant.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
AKA Alfred. From Batman.
The little girl.
I kind of like what they did with that. Like they made that connection that he saved her when she was a little girl, but she's older now, and she's the only one who knows.
Did you notice how old they made his chick back in Scotland? All of a sudden, she walked away, went to get water, and came back, and she was like 30 years older.
Yeah, she looked like the old lady that was with Billy Crystal in The Princess Bride.
She got old. That's all I have to say. She got old.
I think they were just showing, the time going by.
Yeah, well, it was hard to gauge because you saw him, and it was like one continuous scene, right. And then it cuts to her, and she's like, well, older than people at that time lived.
Yeah, he was older. She was older than Winter.
Yeah, which, by the way, did you notice how
sad? That was kind of sad.
A little bit, yeah. I was glad to see her go. How old do they age until they stop aging, though?
Yeah, right. I think at the point when they're maybe
35, maybe
dead for the first time.
That could be.
Maybe.
That could be. Who knows?
Because he didn't find out until he was stabbed and came back to life, I guess. And he got kicked out of the village. That was great.
Yeah, that was a whole bunch of horse shit.
That was BS, man. You mean everyone is gonna turn on you?
Yeah, because you're a warrior and dude. How about that dude's awesome battle outfit? It was like a skull, and then he had that thing was awesome. I wanted to be that for
Mr. Krabs, right?
Was it him? Was that the same guy?
Yeah, it was Mr. Krabs.
That's my Halloween costume this year.
With the horse?
Well, no, without. Yeah, I'll get a stick horse from the costume.
Wait, are you gonna be the horse or the guy?
I'll be the guy.
Okay.
I'll be the guy. I'll get a stick horse. His name is Carlos. I've already picked that out. His name is
Carlos. That's awesome. Yeah. I like the name. And you know what else I have here? That he sounds like a serial killer. Like the way he was talking, he sounded like a serial killer.
At least it wasn't like the Octagon.
Well, that was just bad acting.
I'm immortal.
Mortal. Yeah. No, but he really sounded like a serial killer. It was terrible. I was like, why is he talking like that?
You mean where he talked with that everyman accent? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's just the way he talked. It was weird. He was like a pedophile.
Oh.
I also have Get These Rock Songs Out of Here.
Yeah, pretty much.
That started getting that started getting aggravating.
Yeah, that was a little strange.
I also
It
like
just
the. Go ahead.
it just didn't fit. I was just basically gonna say.
Yeah, it didn't fit. A lot of times it didn't fit. Um, Also, I have I did like the way they explained how he kept like his money, and like
Oh yeah, that was
he kept on willing it to himself.
yeah.
That
How
was kind of
about
cool. I like that.
how about that computer program that they used to figure out his how all those different willed names and the
Yeah, yeah,
signatures?
yeah.
How they use that Apple IIe or MS
Hmm.
DOS application to figure out that his signature was just an amalgamation of all his former names.
Right, and all the signature, like everything matched. All the
Yeah.
letters matched with what he had
hmm
now.
That was kind of cool. I mean, for the 80s.
Right. Oh yeah. Oh, I do remember the sex scene now because I put nothing turns a girl on like stabbing a man in the stomach.
Yeah.
Because right after that they start. No, yeah, because she stabbed him in the stomach, and then all of a sudden they're making out. That made no sense.
Well, you know what? I put let's see here. I put being immortal turns Brenda on. Um, and I thought that maybe that she might have been Heather, the chick from back in the day. Might
Mm,
be like the soul of Heather. I don't know. They never really explained it, but he just wanted to
right.
get some stinky on his hang down.
Yeah, he did. He just wanted to get his P in the V.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, he did. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But
I
then you
don't know
see,
why I have. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say he tips his hand though because then they're out in public again at the zoo, and Kurgan sees him,
Hmm.
and so then he goes and he follows her home, and it looks like he's eating like a Vienna sausage on a stick, which it's actually a popsicle. Yeah, I noticed the subtle stupid things.
Yeah, I don't even
Um,
remember
a-
that.
and it looked like she was gonna go. He was up at the top at the next landing. It
Hmm.
looked like she was when she was going in the hallway to go to her apartment, like she was turning the corner to go up the stairs, and
Hmm.
then he said something, and she turned around and went to a door, like a different door, and opened it with her keys. Again, the stupid stuff.
I
Anyways,
don't know.
yes. So he kidnaps her. He beats the door down. She's like,
Oh, he mashed the door down.
dude, he told that door
Did
who
he?
was boss. Yeah.
He
He's
did.
like,
He tore that door up like he was Bluto.
you know what? He said, he probably said before he tore that door down, he
I
probably
mean,
said, he probably thought that, but he probably
I
said under,
mean.
I get it now.
You get it? You see what I did there?
Yeah, I saw what you did. Hey, I'm big.
I'm big.
No, he
That's a
probably
throwback
said,
to Popeye episode, guys. Just
yeah,
let you know.
don't watch the movie. He probably said something to the effect of, "You're gonna have to call Habitat for Humanity for a new door."
He made that door his bitch.
He did. He's like, "Hey, door, guess what?" So the movie kind of ended pretty quickly, though. At that point, with the exception
Yeah,
of
it
the
did.
fights, the fight scene was actually much better than the last one. Obviously they were two skilled, semi-equally skilled opponents.
Hmm.
One was just a little bit more eager than the other.
Now, tell me if you remember this part because I don't. I just wrote this here, and again, I saw it on Monday. You saw it half hour ago.
hmm
I put hit the guy on the bike with the car.
Oh yeah, he
Does
was
that make
playing.
sense?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. So they're in this like 1927, um, basically the size of a limo. It's a four-door, like Cutlass or something. It was about 300 feet long, and it was painted goldenrod actually. And basically, Krugen was he was driving and he kept hitting cars or playing chicken, as he put it,
Hmm.
where he'd get in accidents and all this other stuff on purpose. And there was one of those old like like the police bicycles not bicycles, police bikes, motorcycles that are a little bigger and they have that plastic thing on the back end.
Yeah.
Basically, they're not like crotch rockets, obviously. The dude kept tapping it with his front bumper. He kept tapping that back piece of the motorcycle, trying to get the bike to spin out.
Okay.
It was kind of cheesy. And then he ran over people, and basically you saw their faces right before they would hit like it would cut right to their face, like close up of their face, and then you just assumed that he had hit them because you heard a thud.
Right. Okay. I still don't remember that part, but thank you for explaining that to everybody else.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, you know what I thought was cool?
What's that?
We're kind of winding down to the end of the movie. I loved the prize.
The prize was pretty cool. I thought the prize would have been like. Actually, did you see this movie before?
No, I never did.
Okay, so did you think before he said what the prize was? Did you have a different idea of what the prize would be?
I didn't have any idea. I had no idea what the prize was. I figured it out after, and I'm like, oh, okay, I know what the prize is, and then the movie confirmed it. But before that, I had no idea. I was pleasantly surprised by it.
I thought that it was actually that he would get mortality from it because he's the last. Did he? I thought he just got. I thought it was that he just knew everything about everything. No,
he still had all that, but he also had mortality.
Oh, I missed that part then.
And that's what the prize was, because he said he mentioned something about that he'll be able to grow old with Brenda or whatever.
Oh.
No.
Well, maybe that might be open to interpretation. I don't know. Yeah. I haven't seen.
I think he said something like that.
Maybe. I just wrote down this quote. I know what everyone is thinking all over the world. I can help them understand each other. Yeah, that's what he said. Thinking, well, it's because...
If you knew what I was thinking, you would know that I think this movie is shit.
You think that he shouldn't have done another one? So, before we get to what you thought, Anthony, what did Rotten Tomatoes think?
Rotten Tomatoes. Okay. So Rotten Tomatoes has critics at 67% and audience at 78%. So it's not bad. It's past 50. If anything's past 50, I'll give it a shot. I would watch it.
IMDb has it at 7.2 out of 10 from 67,000 users, and so I think it's pretty good.
And this one, the Highlander one, the audience this is coming from 119,000. 161. So, and then that's 78%. So that's not bad.
No, not at all.
The average rating is 3.5 out of 5. It's not bad. I wouldn't have given it that. Maybe in the 80s I would have. Maybe if I saw it back then, I would be able to relate. But because I'm watching it now, I didn't like it.
I'll tell you, I would rate this probably at a 3. Actually, what would you rate it as? Because you never finished your thought.
I think I would give it like a 2.
2?
Yeah, I don't think I'll watch it again unless somebody wanted to watch it with me or something. Unless somebody wanted me to watch it with them.
Sure. I would give this a 3. I would watch it if it's on TV. Now, I like Christopher Lambert and some of the stuff he does. Now, I didn't realize that he had such an extensive filmography. But, I do like him as an actor. He was probably the best part of the Mortal Kombat movie, the first one. Although the mullet that the dude who played Liu Kang wore was awesome too. Yeah. But
he's a funny looking guy too, Lambert.
Yeah, well, he's French.
Oh, so that explains it. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then.
In case you didn't know.
Yeah. Okay, so he's funny looking because he's French, is what Sean said because he's racist. So now we're gonna get
Actually,
one star reviews from all people in France. Thanks a lot.
it's okay. We don't have anybody that listens in France.
That's
I will
true.
be I will be dubbing this whole episode into French this evening for all of our new French listeners. So with that, I think this is the shortest episode we've done so far.
It is. It
Probably
is.
because
There wasn't.
it's going on midnight here and I'm tired. I got a flight. I got a
Yeah,
6 a.m. flight, so
we're both tired.
yeah. Well, I haven't gotten much sleep the last few days, but that's besides the point. So anyway, we'll cut this part out later. We actually won't, but
Yeah,
we'll
we
cut that
won't
part
at
out.
all.
We'll cut this part out too. So so next week we will be watching Silver Bullet.
Silver Bullet. I
Now,
think I've seen this one. I'm pretty sure I've seen this one.
this is a pretty recent movie. It's two, no, let me actually no. I pulled up the wrong one earlier. Silver Bullet 1985. I don't know where did I get 2002 from?
I don't know
Oh,
because you're.
because I was looking at on Amazon. I was looking at the DVD, which came out in 2002.
Oh, okay, okay.
Someone's a genius.
When DVDs were like $40
Yeah, yeah. No thanks.
and
I like 'em.
DVD players were like $300.
Yeah, but you know what the funny thing is? You can go to Walmart now and get DVDs for like $1,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
they're not the good ones though. You got to spend like $5 to get the good ones.
That's right. And then you can get a DVD player for about $20.
Dude, if you're lucky. Or you buy a computer, you get a free DVD player.
Yeah, or an Xbox or
Yeah, but
PS3, and you get a
yeah.
Blu-ray player with the PS3.
I've never even heard of this movie. I do like the fact, though, and I'm not going to go through the whole cast, but I like the fact that it's got Gary Busey in it, so it's bound to be
That's right.
good.
And Corey
And
Haim.
and
Woohoo!
Terry O'Quinn, who's an awesome actor.
Is it Corey Haim? Yeah, Corey Haim, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. He's
he's
the wheelchair
he's
kid.
no, he's dead. Well, in the movie, maybe.
Yeah, in the movie. Is he dead?
I thought, yeah, he's dead. He died a few years ago.
Oh crap! I didn't know that. I knew one of them
Yeah,
died. I just never knew which one did. One of
yeah,
the
it was this one.
Corys.
It was this one.
Okay.
In
As long as
case you
it's not
didn't know.
Corey from Boy Meets World. All right.
Well, yeah, no, he didn't. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Okay. Good. That's
Yeah.
all I care about then.
Okay. Well, you're awfully sympathetic.
So, don't forget to check out Sabine. Um, do they have a website? I know they're on Kickstarter. You can get all the information on Kickstarter. Just look up
How's that?
Sabine, Sabine.
Thank you.
How's what?
I said thank you.
Oh, I thought you were saying how's that something you were about to say.
No.
Um, also, we got an email from a company called Okta. If you go to octa.com, okta.com, they're offering our listeners a 15% discount on on one of their products. What is it? Monkey something?
Monkey
God, I
Kit.
put it on their monkey kit. Thank you. Maybe I should be more prepared, right? So what it is it's basically a mechanism where you can hook your tablet, your iPad, whatever, right up to it. It has like a suction cup, kind of like those universal GPS holders or whatever, and you can twist it around things. You can put them up against things, and you can hang them over you. It's weird. You got to just check it out. It's at Okta.com. I don't know how else
You
to
know,
really explain it.
you know what it's like, and this doesn't show my age at all, but it's like a snake light for your iPad.
Yeah,
Uh,
that
it's
works.
like it's like it's like it's like an arm for your iPad,
Hmm.
so that way you don't have to lay in bed or do this with your iPad, or you just sit there. It's got this arm that comes up, as our audio listeners can see. Um,
Hmm.
Basically, well, it's like that. Go octa.com to check it out.
Oh, here we go. Look, Monkey Kit. Enjoy your tablet anywhere. The tablet tail Monkey Kit will hold your tablet so you don't have to. It's flexible, tail wraps, curls, and tucks in place for comfortable browsing and allows hands-free use in bed, on a couch, in a car, on an exercise machine, and more. So just check it out. You'll see what we're talking about. And if you want one, just make sure you use the promo code Streamz with a Z, and you'll get 15% off.
Now, when is that active?
That is active after today. So
Saturday.
I'm assuming when people listen to this, they'll be able to use it.
True. But starting Saturday, April 13.
That's right. So save 15% on any Okta products. Just put in the promo code Stream. So we want to thank Okta for giving us that promo code for our listeners to use, and we also want to thank Sabine for their support. And make sure you go to Google Plus, Facebook, and get in on that contest to win a free Sabine for your iPad. I like it. I use it.
I might get one.
Yeah, you should.
I should.
You should. What do you get? What, Okta or Sabine?
An Okta. No, I got a Sabine. It's at your house.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have to send it. No, I won't.
No, I'll get it from you later.
Well, Sean has decided to donate his to a listener, so
yeah.
Well, not donate, just donate to a contest, to a future contest.
I think you pretty much said we're going to give this away, and I said okay.
Yeah, that's exactly how it went.
Because until iPad sponsors us, I don't have an iPad. Or Apple.
True. Well, you do have an iPhone. It is company sponsored, but
dude, I didn't pay for that. I don't pay for anything on this thing. Oh. Hey, the Phillies won tonight. That's completely unrelated.
Good for them. What if the Yankees won? Anyways.
So, CrossingStreamz.com, Crossing Streamz on every other social network site you can imagine, except Pinterest, because that's for chicks.
With a Z.
With a Z, as always. What is it? The contest.
Also on Instagram, too. Crossing Streamz.
I saw that. I followed them. Who are those guys?
I don't know. I think they followed you back, though.
Did they? Okay, cool. I don't post pictures anymore there, just because I haven't. Anyways, so the contest again is +1 like, tweet us, follow us, high five us, whatever you do on social media, hoop us.
Leave comments, whatever.
Yeah. And then how long is that contest going on until?
That is over on the 15th, on tax day.
Tax day. So get one good thing on tax day.
That's right. You get something free on tax day. Why not?
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, and then we might have a contest after that for another one. Why not?
Yes. Submit your ideas. What do you want to win?
Yeah, please.
We could give away signed copies.
What? Signed copies of what? Of Popeye?
You know what we should do? And this is the dumbest idea ever. Because it's great, a little peek behind the curtain. This is how we figure stuff out. We always criticize our ideas before we talk about it. And then, as I try to remember what I was going to say, and then we talk about it so much that you don't want to hear what the idea is.
Okay.
Do
you remember what it was?
I think so. We should give away box sets of our movies.
We don't have any movies. What are you talking about?
The movies we review.
Hey, listen, that's gonna get a little pricey, man.
I know. That's why you're the producer.
Damn it. No, we're not gonna do that unless someone wants to donate one, and then we'll give it away to someone.
We have an idea for another podcast to go along with this, but we need listeners to participate as well. We have this stupid idea that people want to listen to us watch movies.
We think it might work.
I don't think it will. But all we do is we get in a video hangout or Skype or whatever, and we just record ourselves with headphones on watching a movie, because we can't play the movie forever because the movie is copywritten, and even though we're not making money off of this, unfortunately, we have this stupid idea that maybe it's just that I have this stupid idea that people want to watch us or listen to us watch movies, and it's like Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, so let us know if you want us to do that for you guys. It'll be like a commentary.
Yeah, if you want to participate or whatever.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
why not?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, so let's end the show because I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't think people want to hear us anymore either. And there can only be one. There can be only one.
There can be only one, and it's I don't know. I have nothing witty to say to that. You should just hang up.
Oh, you say this. There you go. All right. So everybody have a good night, and we will see you guys next week. Yay!